Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jazzy Time with your host Bailey. How is it going, everybody? Today's video is going to be another jewelry video. This is inspired by a nail art photo that a client has sent me from Pinterest. There was no watermark on the photo, but I had thought that, there's two nails with art on them, and I thought the one nail would look really cute as a pendant and the other nails would look really cute as earrings. So I'm going to do the pendant video. I haven't practiced anything. This is like my first go at it, so I hope that this pendant turns out cute. So yeah. So the materials that I have are, I've got a silver full-backed bezel, and it's got a roughed up surface. I have a lobster claw, I have a jump ring, I have a silver chain. I also have my pliers, my jewelry pliers, if my camera will focus, and my nippers as well. And I have base coat. I grabbed all three of my whites because I wasn't sure what kind of coverage that the gel polish would give me, so we're gonna see how that works out. I have my black gel paint, and I also have this glitter mix. It's red. It's coming a little orange on camera, but it's like thick and thin chunks of different kinds of red glitter. And I also have my pinching tool, and I use that to hold my bezels to go in and out of the light, because the bezels tend to warm up when you go in and out of the light. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my chain together so that I can set it aside. And I had actually just remembered that I forgot a smaller jump ring to attach the lobster claw with, so I'm grabbing that out right now. And I'm going to attach the pieces to the necklace, and then I'm going to set those aside. Okay, so even though this has a rough surface on it, I'm still going to take my file and I'm going to rough up the already rough surface and also the sidewalls on the inside, just so that I know my gel will stick to it, because this is manufactured with the little bumps on it, so it's still got a little bit of a smoothness to it, if that makes sense. So I'm just roughing up everything so that I know when I fill this with my products that it'll actually stay and not pop out. And then I'm going to wipe away the dust after scoring it with the file. So now I'm going to base coat this and do 1 to 2 or sorry, 2 to 3 coats of white until it's opaque for my liking, and then I'll come back. All right, so I did end up doing 3 coats of white so that it was to my liking of opacity. And I'm going to wipe away the tacky layer on the white before I use my gel paint. Get rid of any little hairs. So using my 7mm detail brush and black gel paint, I'm going to create the base part of this image. So I'm going to create a sort of like the ground, and I'm trying to keep it straight with the stem of the bezel at the top. Trying to keep the line as straight as possible, just to kind of block out what I'm doing for now. So now that I have it like that, all that's going to get filled in. And now I'm going to do a tree trunk with the little branches and stems out the top, almost like a naked tree. And then when I'm happy with the branches and that on the top, I will fill in the rest with black. So now that that's all filled in, I don't like how thick the tree looks at the very top. So I'm going to take my cleanup brush and some gel cleanser, and I'm going to kind of scoop away slowly until the tree is to the thinness I want it to be, if that makes sense. And then when that is all done, I will cure the black for 99 seconds in my LED lamp, because the black pigment with the covered back needs a little extra time to cure all the way through, if that also makes sense, because the pigment basically just needs that extra time in the light. So while I'm waiting for that to cure, this glitter, it's a little bit of a thicker glitter, and what I want to do is sort of thin it out a little bit to be able to play with the chunks and sort of maneuver them. So I'm going to depot a little bit onto my tile here, and I'm going to mix some base coat in hopes to thin it out enough to be able to manipulate the glitter pieces the way I want to when I apply them to the tree. Okay, so now that that is all cured, I'm going to move on to the tree part. So I'm going to, like, the top of the tree is going to be the shape of a heart. And what I'm going to do is use the gel. This one kind of has a little bit of a red tinge to the base color. So I'm going to block out my heart first. I'm going to flash cure it for 10 seconds. And then I'm going to scoop the rest of the glitter off of the tile and manipulate it within that sort of barrier that we've created to fill the tree in, and then I will cure it again for 60 seconds. So now that that is all cured, I feel like the tree needs a little more. So I'm going to add these little plastic rhinestones, as if they were like apples, I guess you could say. And I'm going to apply them with some base coat, and I'm just going to put them in sort of randomly on the tree, and then I'm going to have one on the ground as if like an apple has fallen from the tree, and then I will cure that for 60 seconds. Now that everything is finished, I'm going to take sheer brilliance and I'm going to cap everything in, basically level the bezel off, and I will wipe the tacky layer off when it is finished curing, and it will be finished. Alright, so there's the pendant all completed. I like the way that it turned out. I do wish there was maybe a little more red to define the tree. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe if you have any suggestions of anything you'd like to see jewelry wise or nail art wise. Don't be afraid to comment. I hope you guys all stay tuned and stay jazzy.